Right.
So, welcome back to the ADMW Open tournament thing,
Yep.
whatever it's called. I'm Sharkbait,
I'm putting head.
and here we're gonna comment on a game Drefan versus Theasaris. And as you can see, they're getting everything set up right now.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You recorded this game earlier, right, Scott?
I recorded this game earlier today. I don't have. Well, it's actually in a horrible environment for doing audio at work because seriously, I can't do that while I'm at work. But I was able to just record it in the background, and now we are gonna have a look at this game
Get a chance to
and
actually
see
watch
how
it.
it goes. Yep.
All right. Ooh, I recognize one of the mages already.
33 life. How
Yep.
could you not?
And
38
38
life.
Oh, this is gonna
Could
be
you not?
awesome. Yeah, very distinctive life totals there. So, Bibliofilter has joined the game. Any chance you zoom in anytime in the next couple minutes?
I think it takes 45 minutes for me to remember. I started it and then I had to go somewhere.
Yeah. That's alright, we can
So-
call it out still.
Yeah.
No worries. Everybody else can just squint. Alright. So, what was your expectation going into this point of the game? Obviously, they just started, they just kind of revealed, like, oh, hi!
What I'm expecting here is I'm expecting that if the Araxian Crown, if so, I guess that's Drefan. If Drefan can gain health faster than Theasaris can do damage, he will win the game. Because, or not even faster, just enough. Just enough. If he can gain just enough health to keep him from getting nuked down, he will win the game. That's my expectation at this point. So I'm expecting Theasaris to do Trogdor version 1, basically, and just come in guns blazing.
Trogdor.
And I'm expecting most of the warlocks I see now, Araxian Crown warlocks, are going to be doing like a few creatures, some equipment, and if they cast a creature on the other team, they're going to rise again it and all that stuff. So I'm kind of expecting a little bit more control from Drefan at this point, and I'm expecting some aggro from Theasaris. What are you expecting when you see this stuff?
Well, it depends, because I think the Araxian Crown has actually got a couple different modes you can do. Excuse me. One of which is go curse heavy. Another one is get a big buddy or a couple out. And then some of them modes, either of them could also incorporate some form of, like the Battle Forge just dropped, so that tells me that there could be a lot of equipment coming down to go stab things or beat things or whip things with whatever weapon of choice he has. So, honestly, I don't know what to expect when I see an Adrenaline Warlock come out, because I only know how I play it, and thus far I don't think I've actually been able to see, either through video or anything else, somebody else play it like I do, so we will see. Although I did read a battle report. Rink, I think, played it similar to how I do, but
Okay. Well, so this is interesting. 2 battle forges, right? The crystal shows me that Drefan is expecting a longer game. The enchantment tells me that we should be seeing some aggro from Theasaris.
it all depends on what that enchantment is, but yeah.
It's usually a Hawkeye, in my opinion.
Usually. Can't disagree, but there are always times where it's like, oh, that's not what I expected.
But yeah, we'll see, I guess. It's going to be kind of telling what comes off of these battle forges in round 2, I think.
Mm-hmm. And so now we wait for that. I do see that Drefan powered his mage up, as Koshe likes to call it.
Yeah. That alternate art's pretty sweet. I'm glad that those scans got into Arcane.
Yeah, those are really cool. Can't wait till they put the new ones in, the Evil Throne and the Drefan Warlock ones, because those I think are the best too. At least in my opinion.
I have not actually gotten a copy of those.
Really?
They passed them out for the tournament last year.
Yeah, you didn't grab them at Gen Con?
Right? I think they kept them all at the tournament. I don't think any of them got passed out at the booth.
Oh, wow. I thought they were passing them out everywhere. I know Grizzly's got a whole bunch left over.
Oh, well, Grizzly, you better get me hooked up, boy. All right, so we're seeing defense coming from Drefan, and we are seeing economy coming from Theasaris.
It's an interesting one.
Enchanter's Ring.
Enchanter's Ring. That implies a lot of enchantments going on to either himself or a buddy
Just
creature
only
coming up.
only friendly creatures or buddies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be curses, so that's weird.
Oh,
And a
it looks
blur.
like that was a blur on Drefan.
Yep, double defense.
Ooh, Dark Pack Slayer.
All right, a Dark Pack Slayer. Somebody's about to go. And a Blood Demon. All right, and he's going to Blood Reaper.
Personally love the Blood Reaper, Blood Demon, even if it, dies quickly once in a while. I'm a big fan of that guy because the extra dice plus vampirism is pretty nice.
And another enchantment from Theasaris. Getting use out of that Enchanter's Ring already.
Mm-hmm. Only one more and it pays for itself, right? It costs 2.
Yep, cost 2. Actually, it's paid for itself now because the Battleforge cast it.
Oh, that's right.
It'd be interesting to see how they close and when they close.
I guess if.
Well, they got to get close at
Yeah,
some point.
I would think they would close it at some point.
If just to hit somebody with an enchantment or a Tangleline. I suppose the Araxian Crown Warlock could Idol of Pestilence first turn and then just stay away for the whole game.
Play the waiting game or the just defense in general.
Idol of Pestilence, Deathlock.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to run at this point during the game. So I told Shrinkat to be the judge. So we'll see.
Cool.
I think I'm gone for about half the game, unfortunately. I want to avoid any Spike Buckler extra armor shenanigans.
I'm not sure how many people actually know about that.
Well, probably not very many.
Yeah, but I know I discovered it and sent it to Psych, and that was like the first time I think he'd heard about it. And I think it's been fixed, but it hasn't been spread out to everybody, the fix, but details.
All right, so we got a blur and a flyer that he's got to deal with.
Blur, a flyer. The good thing about the lash is that it's got reach, so if he does get into close combat with it, the
That's
lash
true.
can just knock it out of the air, whip it from normal range. Let's see if I agree with how things play out. Because I feel like there's some things you can definitely maximize here, at least from the Adrenaline Warlock perspective. I'm actually feeling pretty good about a Blood Demon because those are really not that, especially from a Adrenaline Warlock perspective. I like to emphasize that they're not that tough to kill.
Right. Well, they have 11 health and 1 armor.
Yeah, you mark
So
that thing
all
for
you gotta
death, and it's
do
gonna
is,
take a lot of damage.
Mark for death with your flame ring.
You don't even need the flame ring necessarily. I mean, it's nice, but that.
All right, we're seeing a
should be
standard
enough.
ring of curses here.
So he's playing in the economy late game as well. Or not late game,
And
but economy
pants.
game.
All right, they just flip-flopped their
They
economy.
both
and
have
their
rings
defense.
and pants on. Oh man.
Well, we'll see who really wears the pants in this game. More enchantments. Wow. There's a lot of enchantments.
Well, you got to figure with
And another blur.
the Enchanter's.
Interesting.
Oh, excuse me. With the Enchanter's ring down, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you plan to use it every turn, Enchanter's Ring is pretty useful. I don't know, though. I mean, enchanting yourself every turn or your buddy every turn just seems very non-aggressive.
I tend to agree, and that's why I wouldn't
think
have
in
personally
this-
played that. But that doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's a bad play. It just
I
makes
think
it
in this
different.
matchup, though, the fact that he starts out with 5 more health and some significant healing abilities with a buddy, it just,
My personal
yeah.
opinion of the bunch, Ring of Curses is way more worth it than the Enchanter's Ring for the Warlocks. Uh, just my opinion on that one. I haven't really had that much experience with Enchanter's Ring, but it's definitely more spellbook points. It's definitely not my first choice of ring. It's not even my third choice.
Well, yeah, because you like,
I have to go with Fire Shaper Ring first, and actually, from there out, I don't. I mean, outside of Ring of Curses, I'm a big fan, but what other rings are there that I can think of? Can't open Octagon. I'm afraid to. If I open Octagon, it's gonna get in the way of
well,
the video.
another enchantment. Wow.
Oh
What would be
man.
really awesome right now is if that was an Eagle Wings. Although it would make more sense to put a main wings down for a Dark Mage
Well, it
than it
depends
would.
on which Dark Mage that is.
Well, Eagle Wings is going to cost you a lot
Oh,
more
you
spell
mean in
points
general?
wise
My
than.
bad. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. And main wings has the advantage of being a curse, especially for
Let's see. An
both
interesting.
warlocks.
Another ring I like more. I can start naming rings I like more than the Enchanter's Ring. Defense Ring.
Almost nobody plays the defense ring.
I know, but I like it better, and especially with the way I've been running defense on my Trogdor lately. Excuse me. So we see an enchantment go down on the Dark Pack Slayer, Probe Infernal,
Yeah.
and it would appear nope.
Okay. Interesting. So he moved 2 in order to do that. So he did not cast his other spell.
Yep. So he's got some mana to save up,
Only moving 1.
and he's
Oh, he's going to
being
see if he's going to reveal.
really
Okay.
careful to see the reveal, and he's got
And then moves
initiative
2.
next turn. Yeah, moves the second one. There you go.
Yep. Alright. That is going to be some damage on the Warlock, probably.
Now, I know this doesn't count, but I like Ring of Fire better than I like Enchanter's Ring.
You like Ring of Fire better than you like everything.
Not Fire Shaper Ring, but Ring of Fire.
Ah, Ghoul Rot to make sure that that
Ah,
Darkpack Slayer has taken some damage.
that's an expensive way to do it, but it works.
Well, it's not like he's going to be casting any spells.
Well, my personal preference would have been Ignite. Not that
Well,
Ghoul Rot's a bad play whatsoever, because that guarantees it.
Ignite has a 30% chance of
Like I said,
failing.
that guarantees it. But Ignite is also only 2 mana.
Well, he's also going to get the curse back if the Slayer dies.
Totally understand that. Just pointing out multiple ways to do the same thing in this case. And in this case, Ghoul Rot also, it's more of an insurance for sure taking 2 damage.
Yeah.
So, not a bad play at all. I'm noticing Theasaris has 60 cards in his book still, so probably started with like 66. It's a decent number.
Yeah, so he's probably got a lot of in-school cards. Or low-level cards or novice cards. We have 2 blurs, both of which are going to be useless this turn.
Yep. And at this point, from my personal experience, if something hits you and you're already this close, drop the blur. There's no reason to keep paying for it. If they're already in close range, blur won't help you. It'll just keep costing you mana.
Yeah.
It would actually be cheaper generally
It
just to
depends.
recast it.
But I mean, if you keep it on, you save the action, and until you've paid for it 4 times, it's still cheaper than Cloak of Shadows.
That's true. But you could do that. That could be exhausted, especially in a fight like this, in a matter of 2 turns.
Yeah. But 1 Tangle Vine and a double move, and you're safe again. It's not that hard.
I just prefer at this point because you're already into the fight, into the thick of things.
That's because you don't run away.
Well, I've run away or backed up before.
All right, we're seeing the Fire Shaper ring.
Fire Shaper ring. All
So we
right.
might see some aggression out this turn. And
And the
the
halberd.
counter. Nice.
It's a nice counter, but the good thing about at least the way the Adrenaline Warlock works is with the curse and the Fire Shaper ring, that flame -2 is essentially nullified.
Yeah, you are still um you're still losing 2 dice of damage though. And here comes a Mage Bane.
Ooh, I love Mage Bane.
So that Mage Bane is going to do 1 damage. He's got a Seeking Dispel. Interesting.
And he
Why
gets
would-
rid of...
Fair Strength.
Nice. Okay. Well, that would be a good play there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Probably did not want that Bear Strength on there.
Right.
Interesting choice. I might have rather Seeking Dispelled something on the Warlock.
Well, I see why you say that, but I think because the Warlock can pretty much only throw flame, they feel...
Yeah, he's not too worried, I guess.
Drefan feels safer dealing with the Dark Pact Slayer first, and then...
Yeah. Because of his 3 armor, the Slayer ignores 2 of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that 6 dice would have hurt a lot.
It would have hurt a lot.
Wonder what his other spell is. Probably an attack spell, I'm guessing.
Who, the Theasaris?
Theasaris is saying tough decision right now, so I wonder if he's trying to hit with the Slayer or if he's going to try and shoot with the Mage.
I think when you see a Blood Demon come down, it's one of those, if you don't deal with it, it becomes a really, really, really bad decision later on down the road. Because you have to deal with it, otherwise he sticks around because of vampirism.
I think that if he guards with the Slayer right now, that he will actually be able to hit something that he wants to hit.
I think he's going to hit the Warlock regardless. Because at least if I was the Warlock, I would hit first and make the guard hit the Warlock instead of hitting
because the Blood Reaper can heal the 2 damage off of you.
Yep. And that way there you don't run the risk of your Blood Reaper actually taking damage after it's already hit his vampiric attack.
Yeah. We are seeing 4 damage come out.
And that randomizer is taking its time. So it's going to be a total of 3, right?
Yep. And he pays the mana for Blur.
I'm curious. I'm going to keep track of how much Blur
away. Yeah, there we go.
Costs him in the long run. Maybe I'm not. I don't have a pen handy. Here's another enchantment down.
There are a lot of enchantments flying around this game.
That's right.
Okay, he is going to fireball the Blood Demon. I would have waited until there was a curse on the Blood Demon myself.
I would probably have cursed it as well. Oh, there is a Hawkeye, like you said. Or like you predicted.
Alright, rolls 8
Whoa!
attack dice. Wow, that is a lot of damage.
No burn whatsoever. Which is unfortunate for a fireball, because that thing can burn pretty well.
Drefan, this might be the end of him.
Yeah, that burn would, I mean, assuming all of the turn ended right now, that burn could have finished him.
Well, the Blood Demon still has an action, so it can still heal off of the Slayer if it rolls well.
Yep. That worked out pretty well for Theasaris. However, we're about to see what happens, because, I don't know, 2 armor? This thing might actually be okay.
He's got damage on him, though.
He's got damage, but he has 2 armor.
1. He's got Bloodthirsty plus 3, right? Because of Blood Reaper.
So he gets a total of 6 dice. From 2 armor, though, that could help him keep the healing down to, like, I don't know, 2 is an average, I think. I can't tell what the roll is, but that looks like a lot
I
of
can't
rolls.
either. It does look like some damage.
A lot of crit rolls, actually, which is what he needs. Yay, native randomizer.
Takes a while to load it to the chat. There we
Yeah.
go. 7 critical
Whoa.
damage.
So that kind of,
So he's gonna heal 4.
and yeah, so essentially that whole entire little exchange there healed Drefan's stuff 6.
Yep. That is why you kill the blood demon.
That is why you killed the Blood Demon, which that fireball was a good choice. It just, he survived and can get vampirism going, and that's when the Blood Demon hangs around.
Yeah, I might have saved the fireball for the last quick cast. I know he wanted to get the Mage Bane onto Drefan, but because of that vampiric, I may have saved the fireball to the last. I mean, obviously looking back, it seems like the right choice, but
Right.
and he has got a regrowth on him.
All right. It's never too early to play it, I guess.
A blur and a regrowth. Nice.
So he's planning on really not getting into the fight with his mage right now.
Wasting that battle skill. What a terrible player.
Yeah, I've come to value battle skill more and more.
All right, so 2 more damage from the Ghoul Rot. That Slayer only has, what, 14 health, 13 health?
I want to say 14, actually.
All right, so he has 3 health left. Yeah, they spend a lot of time this match, I think, figuring out whether or not the Mage Bane did damage.
He's got 14. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I think he's good. I don't remember, though. I don't even remember. I wasn't paying that
Well,
close
he had
attention to it.
4 damage on him. And he took 3. Yes, he did. He did forget. So he should have 1 more damage on him right now. Because the Blood Demon healed 2, and the Regrowth healed 2.
Right.
But the Slayer did 3, and the Mage Bane did 2. So there it is. He is at 1 damage. They figured it out.
It worked out.
Some confidence coming out from Drefan here. All right. That Dark Pact Slayer is in some trouble.
It's definitely hurting.
And the first attack of the round could kill it.
Yeah, Drefan gets to go first. So unless he gets another, unless Theasaris gets another fireball like that, it's looking kind of grim.
Yeah, he only has 10 mana to do it, so it's enough for 1 fireball.
It's enough for a fireball plus an ignite.
Okay, but he's gonna heal all the damage that gets dealt to him.
Not all of it. He only healed half that time. So if he gets even an average roll,
what I'm saying is the ignite. If he doesn't kill it with the fireball, the ignite is probably not going to do anything.
Oh no, I was thinking you move in, you fireball the demon, and then you ignite the mage. The other mage, that is.
Right.
To try to offset the regrowth.
Yep. Or poison blood and then reveal it during the upkeep.
Could do that too.
Although it would be better to reveal it now because of the Blood Reaper. Poison blood plus flame blast. Poison blood actually on the Blood Demon would be interesting.
It would.
Especially if you didn't think you could kill it quickly. All right, so we see 2 rings and some pants, and against a ring, a pants, and hauberk. So this is some similar ideas here.
It's looking good.
It's just amazing to me that there are 3 enchantments on each mage. And I have a feeling that it's going to just get worse.
I would hope so. With all the enchantment rings out there.
Wonder if Theasaris has anything to save his Darkpact Slayer right now.
I'm not sure that anything exists outside of a heal spell.
Well, that's what I
Maybe
mean.
a block.
Did he pack a heal spell?
Or a reverse attack even. Something like that.
Or even a wand of healing.
True, that's one of the few things I actually run once in a while in these books, is a wand of healing.
I mean, it probably wouldn't save the Slayer, but no. Okay, so we got some boots coming out. And of course, Drefan is too far away from his forge due to blur.
Yep.
Oh, and
Drefan's the one that run the heal.
runs the heal on his Blood Demon. He did not need that much damage.
Well, it ended up working out.
That is a big spell to save that Blood Demon.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's 6 spellbook points for Drefan. That indicates to me that he does not have another one. So if this Blood Demon goes down, it might be game over for Drefan.
Well, he would be losing his buddy, but I'm not convinced that that's necessarily a game over. Oh, and Jack Smack's right.
Oh, he's going to try and pinch.
Yeah, there we go. So, 4 critical. I mean, wow. That armor. Never mind.
Wow.
So down goes the
down goes the Slayer.
The Slayer. Wow. The dice rolling, man. It's just crazy for everyone today.
Yep. Gets to go back in his hand. No, not right now. All right, so he only took 1 Mage Vein damage this turn.
And so how does he deal with that?
That is the first creature down without enough mana to cast another one.
That's rough.
Ooh, Dragon Scale Hauberk is being targeted.
And I'm going to make an assumption on Crumble.
Crumble. All right, so he will only actually lose 4 mana.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
You
play by that one.
spend 6, and then you gain 2.
Yep, that's a good play.
And then I bet he has another curse or a Flame Blast.
Is it worth flame blasting the Blood Demon at this point?
I don't think so. I would
really
save it
anybody.
until the last quick cast. Yeah, that was a good play because he had to assume that
There's the Flame Blast.
he was going to.
He's just going to go for it.
All right.
Wow.
That is a lot of damage.
That was a good roll too.
Nice. So he takes 8 total damage and 2 burns.
7 dice of damage for 5 mana, doing 8 damage and 2 burns.
That is a good
and
roll.
He gets rid of the blur.
Yeah, he's like, all right, blur's gone.
That was a nice roll. However, the creature being down still makes me think that Drefan's a little bit on the upper hand at this point.
Well, at this point, though, he can only heal 2 from the Blood Demon every turn.
It's true,
Well, he can also heal 2
but
from
he can
his
also lay
Regal.
down more dice. Even, never mind, not when he does that. Woo! What a roll.
Wow.
Didn't
And
even end up doing
destroys
any of it.
Blur.
Because it counts as a hit.
Yep, still counts as a hit. At this point, I'd be interested in seeing Theasaris pull out more Flame Blasts. Mark for Death or Poison Blood or something, and then just keep shooting. Because I think with that Slayer gone, he's got to make a move here. Or, alternatively, he could Mark for Death or Rust the Blood Demon and eliminate it.
And those burns actually nullified the regrowth, essentially.
Ah, yes, the burns, the double burns.
One of them went away, but the other one did 2 damage, so that's a pretty good one.
Okay. So he maintained his 10 damage lead. With the cost of making a Blood Reaper, though, the life totals are very similar now.
It's true, they are. They're very dangerous at this point. You're playing with, pardon the expression, playing with fire.
Yes. Well, one of them is playing with fire. The other one has not done much with fire.
It's true. One of them's one of them's playing a mage that typically is better with fire, though. So.
Yeah, play with fire, and the other mage gets burned. When you're
In that case, yeah.
Warlock. All right, so we have seen a Hauberk go down to a crumble.
You think he brings it back out right now?
You think he's carrying 2? Probably, maybe. I don't know if he's carrying 2.
For 2 spell points, I probably would.
It's only 1 carrying another one. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see double chest piece very often anymore.
It's because you're playing against me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've played a few other people, but
Gloves.
hey, wow, he brings another
He
one
did
out.
bring it
There we
out.
go.
All right.
I mean, it's not a bad choice.
I think in this case it's
Run
going to be
into
really
a lot
helpful.
of fire.
Though I always do love exploding halberds.
I wonder if he's running any explodes.
It really
That
is one of my
probably
favorite
a
spells.
poison blood or a ghoul rot.
I would peg a poison blood because it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, and 6 mana.
It
Right.
might also be
Okay.
worth putting a Dremlex touchdown at some point.
Yeah, that would be a good choice. And then you can keep those burns chugging away.
Basically, you're paying 1 mana for 1 die of damage that sticks around.
And you might not even have to pay it.
It's true. Only on the ones that go away.
1 die of direct damage.
Yeah, it's even better.
What is it gonna be? Well, they're both like, is this enfeeble? Is this enfeeble?
Both giving the other the opportunity.
Alright, he
And
does
gets the punch.
2 damage.
Yep.
2 damage. So we've got the first damage on Theasaris for the game. We'll see how this Blood Demon fares now that the Adrenaline Warlock is hurt.
I would probably put a vampirism on myself and try to keep that blood demon from getting it for as long as possible.
Vampirism on your Adrenaline and then punch back.
I would probably do something like that, yeah. Although at this point, since he didn't put out the lash or anything like that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
only
not
2
happening.
dice.
The lash would actually end up doing 4 still.
No, I mean the melee attack for
No, that's what I mean.
the raw melee attack
I
is
would have
2
done it a
dice.
little bit differently, like with the lash. I would have put that out regardless.
Well, I guess it's 3 dice because it's a fire attack, but then
Hmm.
-2, so it makes it 1 die. So you would not heal more than 1 when
Right.
doing damage.
As the board currently stands. Oh, he's gonna try to get away.
Another ranged attack, a flame blast. Ooh, and Mage Bane. Alright, so we have double Mage
Ooh.
Bane going on here.
He's targeting the blood demon this time instead of targeting the mage. So still gonna
And he
get
gets
6 dice from it though.
6
So it's
damage.
gonna be a 5 total damage with
Five
no
total
burn.
damage, no burns.
The burn would have been nice.
What's the burn chance on Flame Blast? 8 plus?
7.
7. Oh, so he missed it by 1. Oh no, he doesn't have a curse on him. Missed it by 2.
Right.
Oh my gosh, another 7 critical.
Wow. So much for that flame blast.
That's
Unreal.
painful. I guess it evens out since the last time you rolled was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But 7 critical, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
That's pretty insane.
Oh, so he does have a poison blood on him.
It's a lot of crits.
Alright, so they are working out how to reveal poison blood and keep the automation rolling. And he's going to reveal it now, even though he has no mana for it. And then he's going to pay 3 mana during the upkeep. And the burn keeps burning.
Just keeps going. Sometimes you just need to keep going too. Especially against that blood demon that's seriously out for blood today.
That blood demon is getting dangerous.
It's already done a ton of damage.
That additional 2 bloodthirsties. Pretty good. And of course, the blood demon starts with bloodthirsty +1 already, and a 3 die attack.
Right.
So that's why you're getting 6 dice.
The funny thing is this match is going pretty quickly. The longest part is between the actual action here.
Yeah, they're taking their turns quickly. They're just thinking a little bit for their planning phases. All right, clearly I am back and messing with the game
Starting
now.
to move it,
because,
yeah.
I'm starting to move the mouse around.
Hopefully we get a zoom in here soon.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
And Veterans Belt coming out.
Ooh. That'll help a little bit against the,
And another Veterans Belt
oh
coming
wow.
out. Double Veterans Belt.
Those will both help,
Round
especially
7.
against the crit rolling Blood Demon.
Yeah, I mean, it'll reduce his healing by 1. But still.
I mean, rolling 7 crit turns into 5 crits. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, they have 3 armor each and Veterans Belts. And another enchantment going down on the Araxian Crown Warlock. Friendly enchantment. And a friendly enchantment going down on the Drefan Warlock. And they both need to take their Mage Banes. I don't know if they do. Jack Smack is on top of it though. Mage Bane?
He's got it covered.
Man, the amount of times that they've been saying Mage Bane in the comments this game makes me think of those seagulls in Finding Nemo. Mage Bane? Mage Bane? Mage Bane? Mage Bane? Alright, maybe I'm too old. Alright, here we go, Blood Demon attack.
Oh wow, it's an under average one.
Yeah,
Still
it
enough
doesn't
damage.
matter that he reduced the critical.
Yeah, so I think
He
it's...
was 5
Oh,
damage.
it doesn't completely heal him, but it heals quite a bit.
He gets 2 damage through, yeah. And the Warlock does not heal because it is on Finite Life. And he is going to move away. Which means he will be able to be out of range of the Blood Demon next turn.
Oh, it only had 1 on him. I thought it had 2 damage on him. I just noticed that.
And some kind of curse going down on...
There is
The
no
Blood
fear about these Mage Banes.
Yeah, these Mage Rains are just doing tons of damage. And, you know, it's damage that gets around all that armor and Veteran's Belt.
That's right.
So, you know, it's the kind of damage that's actually scary. I don't know if that might, what are we, man, stacks and stacks of enchantments on these guys. My goodness. And that's a rust. Mage Bane.
Mage Bane everywhere.
Alright, so currently that means that the Dramic Warlock is only 1 armor.
Making the Veteran's Belt fairly useless at this point.
Yep.
So, as Theasaris, what do you do?
I don't know. Problem is he's covered in his own enchantments. Otherwise, I'd say get ready for Purge Magic in a couple of turns.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm thinking it's still best to go balls to the wall and knock out that Blood Demon, because I think you stand a better chance one-on-one mage on mage than you do 2-on-1.
He is going to Death Link the Blood Demon. I don't know if I agree with that.
Especially when you really only take 1, don't you? Can't remember, is that an epic one?
It's a unique.
Ah,
so
it's
you can
unique,
only
that's what I was
put one
thinking.
on the field. But he is not going to kill the Blood Demon with that curse. There we go. We got some zooms.
Hey! I don't know, if I was him I would definitely kill it regardless. Now, granted, the curse won't kill it on its own, but I would definitely just throw the hate. It needs to take the hate, otherwise it's going to end up killing him.
Yeah, the Blood Demon is keeping the damage race even right now.
And you can't do that. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, I would have chosen Mark for Death if he has any. And then kept shooting. Trying to save up mana for an explode on that Hauberk and then go to town.
Explode would be a lot of fun, but I would probably, like I said, you gotta deal with the Blood Demon and then save up some mana. I still think a Lash is one of the best bets you can do right now.
Yeah, Lash of Hellfire would let him go in there and attack. And it would be what, 7 dice? 6 dice.
It would be, yes, 6 dice.
6 dice, because that's not Mark for Death. That's
right.
A Death Link.
But 6 dice flaming attack cost, 7 mana from the Forge. I mean, Deathlink kind of screwed that up this time, but it's generally a good investment no matter what you do.
Yeah. Now, I would expect Drefan to pop a Poison Blood down on the Adrenaline Warlock this turn. Or get rid of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Blood Demon is relatively safe right now. Because with only 4 mana available to the Adrenaline Warlock, he cannot really do that much damage. And with only 1 armor on the Adrenaline Warlock, if the Blood Demon can get a hit off, he should be able to heal pretty well. A Cloak of Shadows coming out for the Araxian Crown Warlock.
So he's content just to stay back and play creature support.
Or enchantments.
That's what I typically mean by creature support. Not doing
so
the
creature
direct
support
damage.
to you is curses?
It's supporting the creature. Marked for Death is definitely creature support.
Okay.
Enabling the creature to do the damage, that's what I consider creature support.
Alright, and he is going to enchant the Adrenaline Warlock.
Tell you what, Marked for Death right here.
That would be an interesting choice. It only gets him 1 die though.
Yeah, but every die at this point, you might as well throw it onto there. It's not like it's an expensive spell either.
It could be an Enfeeble.
Could be. That is a risk you would have to take. I guess we're about to find out. That's a lot of enchantments.
It is. So many. Alright, not an Enfeeble. It could be a Poison Blood. Or a Nullify. I think Theasaris is checking for the Nullify right now.
Lots of options here and lots of enchantments. Wow.
So he's got 4 of his own enchantments on him and 3 of Drefan's enchantments on him.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot. And they were remembering Magebane again. Blood Demon moves 2.
fairly safe considering the mana count. And
a dispel from Drefan.
let's see, he's getting rid of 5. My guess is going to be
He's getting
poison
rid of
blood.
the poison blood,
Yep.
and he's going to take 1 more damage from Mage Bane. And Theasaris remembers the Mage Bane this time. Here we go. Theasaris actually still winning the damage race here.
Technically, yeah. Well, he has
Of course,
more.
that's gonna.
Yeah, I guess they are. He's winning by 1. I was thinking more life, but the Blood Demon took a little bit of life out of him.
And there's an ignite.
All right. There you go. See, with Mage Bane on, ignite is actually a little less likely to be helpful, just because you take damage as well. But it's not a huge.
And
difference.
Drefan reveals a poisoned blood.
There it is.
Taking it in at discount with the Ring of Curses. Drefan is correct there. Alright, so there is no more damage coming onto the Blood Demon because he cannot heal through Deathlink. He also cannot heal from any other spells or regrowths or anything that he might have on him.
See, that's why.
Given that he has 3 face down enchantments on himself, we don't know what they are. And all of a sudden, Theasaris is losing the damage race because Drefan can heal now. I would, if I were Drefan at this point, I would probably move to the right and cast an Enfeeble.
Man, at this point, I still think it's best to just remove that Blood Demon from the field.
Well, I have no idea what Theasaris. I mean, obviously, I think that's what Theasaris should do also, but
Double Flame Blast here should knock it down.
It's just not happening. So yeah, and clearly he has to wait until the Blood Demon attacks, or at least the first action, in order to guarantee getting that double Flame Blast down. Because the double Flame Blast would give him, oh, what is that? 6
Maybe
6 dice right now.
Mhm.
6 and 6, or 6 and 5.
I believe it'd be 6 and
No,
6.
the Fire Shaper Ring works for every attack, right?
Yep. So 6 and 6.
Yeah. So it would be 12 total dice, which should take down a full health Blood Demon.
Statistically speaking, it's pretty good chance of it dying.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't deal with it, then it's gonna kill him. The Blood Demon, I mean.
Yeah, he cannot take any more of those 7 critical hits.
He can't even take 1 of 5. He doesn't have enough life to play with at this point. I think Drefan's got better control of the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, it could still be won by some strategically placed dissolves and fireballs.
There's some heroics that are still possible. Don't get me wrong. I just think that priority number 1 needs to be the Blood Demon.
Yeah, it would be a more solid choice to take out the Blood Demon, I think. There's a lot of enchantments. Holy cow. That's an interesting point, though. If you see your opponent put down an Enchanter's Ring, you don't have to worry about a Purge Magic. I think.
Wait, run that again?
If you see your opponent put down an enchanter's ring,
Oh, yes. I see what you mean,
you
yes.
don't have to worry about a purge magic hitting your opponent, I think. Or you can prep your own purge magic if you're not running curses yourself.
True. But I think you're right. You can, I guess not 100%, but probably cross off the threat of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's a 90% chance you will not see it in the opponent's book.
Right.
Of course, it doesn't mean they won't use it on you. But yeah, this is some tough times for Theasaris right here. 4 enchantments from each mage on that Adrenaline Warlock.
That is a lot
My
of enchantments.
goodness.
And none of them are nullifies.
And there's the Mage's Bane again.
Didn't need reminder, crowd goes wild.
And more curses going down on this Blood Demon. What is that, I wonder? And not a Jinx. Okay.
And he didn't play anything from the Forge this round? Interesting.
He has not played anything from the Forge for a couple rounds now.
This is the second round in a row.
And he's going to move away and enchant again. Oh my goodness. 5 enchantments from Drefan and 4 enchantments from Theasaris on this Adrenaline Warlock.
Crazy.
That is a stack of cards.
Yeah, imagine moving that in a live game.
It's painful to watch it move in an octagon.
Again, no cares about Magebane. That thing has done a lot of damage.
It sure
He
has.
must
Like
feel like he's in control at this point.
It's half the damage on him right now, I think. Alright, so he dispels poison blood and takes some Magebane damage.
And that's why Magebane's awesome.
So he is now able to heal. And here's the Blood Demon's attack. Is there anything to reveal? And it's an agony, so that will keep it from doing too much damage.
I mean, it's helpful. It's a start. It's what, getting 4 dice now? Is that correct?
Yes, 4 dice.
Yeah.
4 critical damage.
So, that whole limiting the damage coming in now thing, never mind, I take it back.
Well, I mean, he took 2 dice away.
Yeah, he's still got 4
And
criticals, though. That's
but
unreal,
he only
man.
takes 3 damage because of the vet belt.
I think he takes all 4.
No. The vet belt reduces 2 of that damage to normal damage, and he has 1 armor.
Oh, he has 3 armor already. I was thinking he had 2 only. That's my mistake. Because 2 with the rust would have made the vet belt useless.
Yep, sure would. Blood Demon is fully healed. Drefan loses 2 damage. And this is it's not looking good for Theasaris right now. I'd be interesting to know what percentage of each of these guys' books is enchantments.
That is a good question.
Because it seems like a really big percentage.
Typically, the warlocks I run is pretty high.
Oh, burn goes away.
Burn finally goes away.
And Drefan is at 12 damage, and Theasaris is at 19 damage. Oh, and an Arcane Corruption gets revealed. Oh, ouch. Oh, ouch.
Regrowth as well, though. So Regrowth shows up, and Deathlink, though
We go some Deathling.
the regen from both of those will even out from Arcane Corruption. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 hidden, 2 revealed. So yeah, he should take 4 damage.
Or does it count hidden and revealed, or just revealed?
Hidden and revealed.
Okay.
4 blue enchantments.
Couldn't
yeah,
remember
just
off the top of my head for sure.
Yeah. I am actually explaining the game to somebody who decided to come over and see what I was doing right now.
Nice.
I think so. This mouse might look a little strange on here. Highlight weird stuff.
So he's got what all blue enchantments are there? There's Regrowth Hawkeye. There's the 2 hidden.
Yep.
What do you think he's got at this point? I mean, he's running out of the mana to reveal all of them, even. So.
Yeah, I don't honestly know what he's got there.
Yeah.
I mean, with a vet belt, I would guess that one of those is a rhino hide, but I don't know why he wouldn't have revealed it at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe a Kiros favor?
It'd be
Is one
interesting,
of them?
but it hasn't really. Yeah, I can see why that wouldn't be revealed right now because it hasn't been really useful.
Alright, so Drefan only has to do 14 more damage to win this game. And Theasaris has to do 22. The gap is widening.
The gap is starting to roll. He needs to. I keep saying this, but he needs to deal with that blood demon.
It might be too late at this point. He might need to just make a move and
I think you're right.
try and win that way. Unfortunately, I think that he just got out cursed this game so far.
Yep. Curse game is strong with Drefan.
Well, and in the end, I think that mana crystal has really done some good work in offsetting this game.
Yeah, that's a good point too. It's given him enough of an advantage to press it. Yeah, you're definitely highlighting all kinds of stuff.
That's okay. Just explaining the damage differentials here.
Yeah.
And how the game system works, how it counts damage and life separately. I need to not do this next time. It's too distracting.
It's alright.
That Cloak of Shadows is doing some work too. I think it's a good play.
I think it's definitely helping, but it seems like more icing on the cake than anything.
Well, I mean, it's
Not
making,
that that's a problem, but I don't think
it helps Drefan control exactly where Theasaris is going to be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more icing on the cake as opposed to absolutely winning the game for him, but it's coming in handy because now you're limiting Theasaris' options in the first place.
Yeah, and we have 4 armor on Drefan with that Veteran's belt, so it is going to be very difficult to get any damage through on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're absolutely right that Blood Demon needs to go now. Because he needs time to recover in order to beat out Drefan here. If he could take out that Blood Demon and then Purge Magic himself.
I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, or Mage Wand and just start getting rid of all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there would just be too much time, and the amount of mana that it would take to do that just would give Drefan more time to build up again.
It's true.
And they take a bathroom break at this point, which is why nothing is happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so far Drefan has actually kept his healing going, and has been able to mitigate enough damage from Theasaris that this is,
Uninterrupted healing is really starting to cost the Theasaris.
yeah. And it is largely due to that blood demon, honestly.
Yeah.
If that blood demon had gone down, the regrowth belt would not be doing very much to heal. It would just be kind of mitigating the mage bane.
It's true.
It really looked like that blood demon was going to die that first turn.
It was so close.
Yeah. But that heal, man, that heal probably saved it. This is a good play. 5 armor now.
The heal was a great play.
Drefan.
Wow. Just so many things that for Theasaris to come back, he would have to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, he would need to, like, chain explode all that stuff if there was such a spell.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a pretty awesome spell, honestly.
I agree. That'd be a fun one.
Mana, so here, Theasaris makes a play mistake, which reveals a nullify. So we work it out so that he will take that action after he moves. Because that's too much information.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he did not remember the Cloak of Shadows. He tried to...
Tried to go a little too fast for that one.
Yeah. So this takes a little while to fish it out here.
Yeah.
Make it all, set it back to where it was. One thing about Nullify is that it will actually prevent the Mage Bane from hitting you because the spell does not resolve.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
So Nullify is actually counter to Mage Bane, but obviously you're hoping to...
Never have to do it in the first place, yeah.
You're hoping that the Nullify gets something bigger than the Mage Bane would get. He's trying to figure out what he did with his card. And here Drefan is going to quick cast, if I remember correctly.
Solve the issue.
And here comes another enchantment.
Big surprise.
It's a very, very curse-heavy book.
No kidding, and he's got enough healing. Enough healing to make sure that the Mage Bane's is kind of nullified, or kind of Eliminated too.
Yeah. And that is the only curse that has been on him for most of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Mage Bane.
I
He
think
quickly dealt with the poison blood.
So I think it's been about the only way the damage has been done to him, right?
Yeah. I mean, he did take a flame blast, a pretty good flame blast to the face.
Right, I knew there was something else.
Okay, so this is an enfeeble because he says he's going to reveal after a move.
There it is. The last one.
So he just put that on.
Yep.
Okay, so he is going to quick cast. And Drefan actually makes an interesting choice here.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Have to reveal, but
Right.
do not have to pay for it, right?
Right, correct. You do not have to pay for it.
Okay.
So he chooses to reveal and nullify but not pay for it. Because he wants to do something else with that 2 mana this turn.
He's just gonna move away.
He's going to move, see if there's a reveal. There can't be because he only has 3 mana.
Right, not enough mana.
And no Ring of Curses. And then he is going to enchant Theasaris again.
And the Blood Demon moves.
The Blood Demon is going to swing. Theasaris is only 1 armor right now, and another 7 damage.
Wow!
And there's a Brace Yourself,
Brace Yourself
which will
saves
save him.
But what a roll again.
That's a good thing that he revealed Brace Yourself there, because now it is also not doing damage to him every upkeep with Arcane Corruption.
That's true, because that'll go away.
Yeah. So he saved himself 4 damage with that, and saved himself some direct damage later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Drefan is going to poison blood during the upkeep. So he reveals it now so that the automation will work, and then we'll pay 3 mana later. And we have
so many
11.
enchantments.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like at this point, if I were Theasaris, I would be like, screw it, purge magic.
Yep.
And
Totally worth it.
But yeah, we will see what happens. And I suspect he does not actually have it in his book, given that he has an Enchanter's Ring.
Right. And the fact that it hasn't come out already.
Right. I mean, it would get so much value right now.
It'd be huge.
It would be a mana swing of epic proportions.
I'm not sure it would be enough to save him, though.
No, probably not. I'm willing to bet that Drefan is packing multiple copies of all of these curses.
Right, and the damage at this point is starting to go pretty ridiculous.
You know, it's interesting, though. We have not actually seen a Ghoul Rod come out. Because we know he has one, because he used it on the Dark Pact Slayer.
And he left it there, he hasn't brought it back out yet. That or he hasn't revealed it yet.
That's true. There's still one face down enchantment there.
So, it could still be there.
Alright, we need to make sure that Drefan pays his 3 mana here. There he does. No. I wonder if he forgets to pay his 3 mana.
Good
Oh, there it
question.
is. There it is.
There
He
it
pays
is.
it.
Yep.
And there's the ghoul rat. Okay,
Yeah,
so it
see?
does come out.
It is there. That is brutal.
Oh, ouch. So he
Brutal.
takes 3 damage from Arcane Corruption, 2 damage from Ghoul Rat, and then anytime he casts a spell, he's going to take a damage from Mage Bane.
Hmm. It looks like the damage is adding up real quick now. Sitting at 7 life, he's in dire straits here. Because one fireball from Drefan will end it. Or has the potential to do so. I'm not sure if I lost Scott there or not. Scott, if you're there, you're muted. Alright. So now they're checking to see if Mage Bane was missed. And they're going to go back and check the chat for that.
Alright, sorry about that. One of my kids got out of bed.
Oh, it's all good. It was good, we lost you.
No, I just, I had to mute real quick. It was an emergency.
It's all good.
Yeah, everybody's fine. Just in case anybody's worried. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about Mage Bane in this game.
So many times.
Actually, it was due to the Enfeeble that he only cast 1 spell. But, yes, he did only cast 1 spell and took 1 damage. Alright, so Drefan is at 2 mana for this round. Insult to injury would be to hit with the Blood Demon, or actually,
Trying to think of 2 mana ways to
hit with the Blood Demon, wait until the Adrenaline Warlock has used her action, and then ignite her.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay, so Drefan is realizing that he kind of forgot his Mage Bane too. Mage Bane doing work.
So much work. Hopefully we'll get past the upkeep here soon though.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mage Bane is making the upkeeps take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And all the damage keeping, or the record keeping that has to be done during the upkeeps here. When I run a curse book, I usually package the damage for them and say, okay, 5 damage during upkeep.
Yep.
Because
I do the same.
This and this. And then I leave them to remember their own regenerate. Unless, of course, there's a poison
So
blood.
the good news is regenerate's actually automated now, so it's helpful. On Octagon, at least. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. And that was a recent change, right?
That came out with the most recent release.
Very nice. I do love all the ways that automation is happening. It would be nice, especially for these tournaments, to have a way to ask if there's anything that they want to reveal during the right before the upkeep, right after the channel phase.
Yeah, that'll take some coding work, I know that much, but I feel like it could be done. I have to look into it.
I'm sure it could be. The other thing is we don't want to bloat the upkeep phase.
Yeah, upkeep already takes a little while.
Yeah. All right, so we are at 26 damage out of 33 life to 10 damage out of 34 life. And Theasaris has 12 mana. So he is able to purge right now if he wants to, and has it.
It's true, it is an option.
Drefan has 2 mana and is able to do practically nothing with his turn.
But at this point,
But
I think
he has
Dreyfan's
gotten
damage is already done.
Yeah, Drefan, unless those enchantments go away rapidly, Drefan is slated to win this game. Pretty well.
Very rapidly.
Because he is, let's see, Theasaris is taking 5 damage and each upkeep and taking 1 damage every time he casts a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And he only has 7 health left.
Yeah, that's not a lot of wiggle room there.
So that is this turn. If he casts 2 spells this turn, I guess he still has to regenerate. Or no, is there poison blood on him?
At this
I think
point,
there's another poison blood on him.
I think it's on there, and I can't remember because I can't check it.
Right. No, there is another poison blood on him, and it will cost him 1 damage to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he has another dispel.
That's true too. It's not exactly a given.
And the Battle Forge is a Dragon Scale Hauberk. Well, so he is not going to be purging magic this turn. That will save him some damage from the Blood Demon.
I believe that's what the idea is, but I think it's just kind of hoping.
Yeah. And he has got to get rid of this poison blood if he is going to stand a chance. And he tries to cast Mend because he forgot about poison blood.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. And there I am highlighting poison blood. I'm like, that's not going to work.
Oh, man. So.
Yeah, I think he was feeling a lot of pressure.
I think
so, just kind of forgot, But with that many enchantments on you, I mean.
Yeah, it's easy to forget one of them, especially if you've already dispelled 2 of them, right?
He has only dispelled 1, I believe.
I couldn't remember if he'd already dispelled 1 or 2 of them, but.
I think they both dispelled a poison blood off of themselves.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
So Theasaris decides that he is not going to ask for a redo and just discards Mend because he made a mistake.
Yep. No,
which is extremely good sportsmanship, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yep. So he actually takes a damage from that Mend.
Oh, that's right.
Because of poison blood, or because of Mage Bane.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the kinds of mistakes that get made when you are under pressure and in a hurry.
Well, I believe that means it's not looking too good for the next upkeep phase.
Yeah, next upkeep phase, he is 1 away from dead.
And if the Blood Demon has anything to say about it. Yeah.
There we go. That is only 1 damage.
And that's enough. No, it's not. Wait, no, he takes 5 in the upkeep?
He takes 5 during the upkeep. Yep. So unless that last spell is a dispel, he's dead.
Right.
And it looks like it is. He's going to get rid of that poison blood.
Wow. That is a disperse.
Oh, it's a dispersed. So he only actually has to pay 3 for that.
So he pays 3. He's going to take a damage. Okay, yep.
He did take his damage. He did everything in the wrong order.
That's
That's
right,
too
yeah.
bad.
'Cause if he'd done that first, he,
Yeah, he would have been able to get some healing off.
mm-hmm, exactly.
Not that I think it would have saved him a whole lot,
Nah.
but I mean, you do what you can to stay alive, right?
So, about that ignite?
Well, here comes an enchantment, I think.
Oh, it's enchantment, yeah. Another one, what's left?
Well, he just got rid of a poison blood, so it could be a poison blood again.
Oh, he's smiling at it, yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, it says sadly no.
Oh, and he says it's not. Okay.
I was kind of hoping it was. It'd be funny if he played another one and was ready for it.
That would be a third poison blood out of Drefan. That would be,
Yeah, it's quite a bit of
that'd
them.
be impressive. Impressive. I mean, if you really don't want your opponent healing, 3 poisons bloods is pretty good.
That's
Of course,
right.
they do absolutely jack against a necromancer. I think we're going to see a lot of necromancers in the final 4.
I could see that, yeah. Necromancer's a strong mage in general.
Well, because you know if somebody has already used a necromancer, there's something you don't have to prepare for.
That's true.
You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
can see what you mean.
And that is just such a hard matchup for so many strategies.
This is it's kind of like a special case in a lot of times.
Yeah. So I would expect a lot of people to hold on to their necromancer book until later.
Well, I know there's at least one out there because that's what I got. I played against at least one right now.
Oh, you played? Yeah, you played against one. So that person, if they make it to the elimination rounds, is not going to be able. Yeah, that person is not going to be able to.
Yeah, it was Weird Kingdom.
Bear Kingdom. Okay, he's not going to be able to have that ace.
Right.
So whoever's fighting against Were Kingdom will know that they don't have to prepare for a necromancer.
That's true. I think that might be the only. I can check the standings at the moment, but that might be the only one that's been used according to the reports here. So.
They are just discovering that regeneration is automatic. So they work it out so that he actually only takes 1 damage total during this upkeep because the regen 4 and then the 5 damage from Arcane Corruption and Ghoul Rot.
Yep, that's right.
So he has 3 health remaining, no poison blood on him because that would have been revealed already, and Drefan said as much.
And I have just
So I wonder what
confirmed
that is.
only one Necromancer has been played.
Oh man.
Lots of beast.
How many druids have been played?
None.
No druids have been played?
No
So people
druids.
are saving that one too, I think.
I see one wizard listed. And
Okay,
lots
so
of
some
priests and beastmasters.
That's interesting. Alright, so I think we are going into the last round here.
Yeah, I think at this point it's all but a given.
Although it was interesting that both of them ran a healing spell as dark mages.
That's true.
At least one. Drefan had the hardcore 6 spellbook point actual heal, and Theasaris had the mend from Academy, which is a
That
novice
one's
spell,
a novice spell, so
and it only costs 1 spellbook point.
it's a little bit different there.
And of course, at this juncture, the Cloak of Shadows is doing nothing because they are in the same zone.
Yep. At this point, I think it'd be fun to see a double fireball on the way out, or a double flame blast, fireball, flame blast, something like that, just to have some fun on the way out. But I'm not sure there's anything you can really cast to save yourself as Theasaris here.
Yeah, I mean, he could explode the Hauberk and then punch.
That's a whole lot less fun. I mean, explode's cool, but
Well, I mean, that would guarantee that you get that 8 dice in there.
And explode and then a punch? Oh, are you talking
Yeah,
about Drefan,
because
or are you talking about Theasaris doing that?
Theasaris doing that,
Yeah.
exploding the Hauberk and then throwing a punch.
That wouldn't be 8 dice. That's going to end up being 6.
Well, no, he destroys the Hauberk and then does 4 dice of damage with explode, right?
Oh, and that'll be 5 because of flame plus 1.
Okay, so 5 dice of damage with that, and then the punch would be 1 plus 1 plus
You're right.
1.
It is 8. I was
right?
thinking it was only
So
2.
it'd be 8 damage. Yeah.
I forgot about the extra flame.
I was calculating incorrectly, but I guessed the right number.
It ended up that way.
That blood demon, it has lasted this whole game.
That blood demon is, in my opinion, what ultimately swung it in Dreyfan's favor. Not that the curses were a problem, but having to deal with the curses on top of the blood demon definitely set the tone.
Yeah. And I don't think we have seen a single dissolve come out of Drefan. So he has not even messed with the equipment right now.
It's true, he hasn't touched it at all.
Which means that he was probably saving them for mage wands and elemental wands.
If he has any at all. I don't see why he wouldn't have any, but...
No, I mean he was saving the dissolves for Theasaris' elemental wands or mage wands.
Oh, I see what you mean, yes. It's tough when you think Warlock did this. Oh, wait, they're both Warlocks. Crap.
Yeah. And we don't even know if Theasaris has those wands in this book.
Right.
We have also not seen a single positioning spell. No force push, no teleport. It's just been walk together and curse.
That's a good point.
Stand in between the battle forges and gear up and curse. What a strange game. It is not the mage horse that I play.
Not typically seen, but it's an interesting one nonetheless.
All right, we are finally getting through deployment. First quick cast phase. Some hard decisions here, probably. Targets Warlock with card. And are we going to see a fireball? No, we're going to see
A dissolve?
a dissolve on
There
the
it is.
Hauberk. So there goes 2 armor.
He's just trying to bite him to death now.
And then... Oh, it's Theasaris' first action here, so... We'll see what happens. Is he a chin? Oh, he's dispelling arcane corruption.
Interesting
Wow.
choice for this turn.
Mage Bane ×2. That's right. All right, what is he? There is no way he survives me. Survives this,
I don't think there's any way at all.
unless that's double blanks.
Oh, I wonder if he's just trying to get it over with. Yeah.
Drefan is saying no purge magic means no dice.
Yeah. That kind of fizzled out.
And another enchantment. Holy cow.
And the blood demon
And there it is.
Yep.
5 damage against 1 armor.
That's gonna do it.
All right. Well played. You can see some of the GGs at the end here.
That was well played all
There's
around.
a little bit of discourse going on. But yeah, that is the game.
And
2 warlocks, 2 curse-heavy warlocks, and Drefan, I believe, is 2-0 now, and Theasaris is 1-2.
that would be correct.
Anything else to add? Anything you
That would
thought was
be.
interesting?
I thought it was interesting to see the reaction, and I think I called it early on when I said the Blood Demon is gonna be what ends up killing the Adrenaline Warlock if he doesn't deal with it. And if there's anything to learn from this for anybody, is take care of the Blood Demon, Blood Reaper, because they're scary if left alone. So, oh, he's even typed that in the chat right now.
Yep.
Anything else from you, Puddinhead?
No. Interesting choice. I suspect that Theasaris has not played a Dreamlike Warlock very often.
I suspect that's the case for a lot of the ones we're seeing in the first round.
Yeah. I also suspect that Drefan had a more of a firm plan in his mind going into this,
I can see
and was able to execute it a bit better. Yeah, but yeah, keeping that Blood Demon alive and just constantly getting that 6 dice on the Adrenaline Warlock was